Please, Matthew 18:18 and 19, what things can we prohibit in heaven? Matthew 18:18 and 19 says, truly I tell you, whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven, showing you the connection that exists through Yahweh as an intercessor between heaven and earth, and the authority that Yahweh gave us here on earth to make changes even in heaven. For example, since it says that we can prohibit in heaven the attack of fallen angels against oneself, against our loved ones through prayer in the name of Yahweh, for instance, those negative influences that can bring or wish to bring, it says, again I tell you that if two of you agree on earth about anything they ask for, it will be done for them by my Father in heaven. First, truly I tell you that whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. It was like binding, as a fallen angel said, since we are in a spiritual war. Binding, as I have also mentioned, the fact of one. Like marriage, right? The one who makes a decision and agrees with their partner in marriage on earth, and Yahweh agrees with that couple in heaven, or comes and confirms that marriage in heaven. What? So, truly I say that whatever you act on earth will be bound in heaven, clearly, right? Faith is key in this case, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven, like loosing blessings, for example. Again, I tell you that if two of you here show the power of unity, as I spoke about in marriage, one of the clearest examples, if two of you agree on earth about anything you ask for, then imagine the power that a marriage can have in which both are in Yahweh and truly work with each other, for each other. Imagine the power, since Yahweh is saying that when two people agree on one thing, anything they ask will be done for them by my Father who is in heaven. So a marriage should have the ability, and it does. I simply mean that due to a lack of faith, it is not often seen that a marriage has the power to change the world through their prayers to the Father in the name of Yahweh by agreeing. But that is why, because of that great power, that there are two people agreeing on something, that Satan is constantly bringing division, strife, anger, contention, complaints, etc., so that the goal is not achieved if it is something positive. Obviously, the enemy will always try to prevent it. So again I say to you, if two of you agree on earth about anything you ask, it will be done for them by my Father who is in heaven. If two people agree on this earth, Yahweh will ensure that what the two people decided to do is fulfilled. Yahweh also gives us the power, right? When we pray in the name of Yahweh, it is as if we are agreeing with Yahweh for something, and the Father would help us, mainly because Yahweh is one of the two asking. Clearly what one asks should align with Yahweh's will, which is the only good or positive. If it is not Yahweh's will, anything one has planned, no matter how beautiful it seems, will bring something negative. So blessed be Yahweh, who prevents one's will from being done, and instead his will is done. No matter how much, I repeat, it seems best to one. Obviously, one can tell the Father what seems right to them in order to express their will, what one wants and why. One can also ask the Father to reveal to them why it is not so, if that is the case, and for them to be able to understand and accept it.